and welcome to Spooky Burrito.
Oh.
I'm Hazz.
And I'm Jordan. Ooh.
And today we are unzipping, extracting, downloading, and logging in to the simulation theory. Yeah, just seeing what's going to happen next. I mean, just on the way home from work just then, I just heard that the entire country of Lebanon has no power.
The entire country?
The entire country has just gone into a blackout.
Holy
what?
Shit.
Someone just pulled a plug. Some coder in the back room has just tripped over a wire and pulled it out. Like,
I thought you meant someone in Lebanon had just walked into like an office and flicked a light switch. It's like, oh no!
Oh, the wrong switch! All the fuses pop out. No.
Oh, I turned off all of Lebanon.
Lebanon? It's Lebanoff!
Well done.
I'm ashamed of that one, but I actually did kind of like it. Can you explain base reality for the listeners? Chances that we are the top level of the simulation that is going to start simulating everything underneath is like 1 in a billion.
Oh, I see. I see. Right. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
So we are the starting point and we're going to simulate.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. The evidence would also be simulated. It'd be tricking us on many different layers. What? Oh. Yeah,
no.
And then they're telling us that we're in a simulation because we can't understand I. But yes,
Yeah. There shouldn't be letters in math. Keep it out. Throw nonsense.
No, it actually does. There's videos about it. Like Vsauce and everything have done videos. Like you can map like rabbits' breeding patterns using the Mandelbrot set.
But at the same time, like, I can, yeah. It's like when you hear something, you know, one day and then you hear it a lot the next day. Mm-hmm. Like, if humans look for patterns and they find patterns, it's like, it's the whole, like, number, is it number 32?
23.
23, that's the
Close
one.
enough.
I got it, just backwards.
Yeah.
But the thing is, 20, I said 32, but that's just 23.
It's 23 backwards, I know.
That's crazy, we're in a simulation. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
You can make jumps.
It's like,
you can make jumps.
You can, no matter what it is, you can always make jumps to things. I don't know. It probably is. I'm not a scientist. If you
Really,
think
Jordan?
I'm a scientist at any point during this fucking show, there is something wrong with you.
Oh.
But
Dimensions, time, physics don't matter. So 3 dimensions collapse to a point where it's a one-dimensional point. It's like a pinprick in the universe.
yeah.
Well, that's if you're thinking that the simulation is like a modern game that's connected to the internet. The simulation might be a Game Boy game that once it's released, you can't change it. They just have to let it go. You know, it's out.
Yeah.
You can't, there's no patches. It's a retro game. This is a retro universe we're in.
You don't even need a graphical interface for it. So you don't even need GPUs. You can just use CPUs. CPUs.
CPUs.
That's what aliens call them. CPUs.
You know, you can feel a sensation because everything is a response.
Same, but I'd fallen out of bed and woke up.
Did that falling thing where gravity suddenly goes weird and you're just like, huh! It's just for no reason.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing worse. I hate that when you're sleeping. You're like, oh, this is nice, and you like step off of a curb and you feel like you just that drop and you go, oh fuck me. And you wake up.
I bet that is Gwagnark outside the simulation. I'm just gonna turn gravity on for this guy. Boop. Then you
I reckon it's Gragnog walking past and he bumps his fucking pinky toe.
Oh, on your vat
table.
and your brain shakes.
Yeah. He's like, ah, fuck, in his lab coat. He's like, how's the fit?
Yeah, it could be that. And at the end of the day, there's no way to prove that it isn't that.
No, there's not.
No. I know that there's a scientist called...
Or in one simulation, that might be the exact thing that happened.
Yeah, in that simulation.
Well, technically, because everything's infinite from what we know, that has happened or will happen at some point.
Yeah, in the infinite universe.
And he will make the exact noises.
He will, yeah. In one, he'll say one thing he'll say parsnip. But in that one, he'll say what exactly you just said.
I have no idea how to make that noise again.
Nope.
You might need to play
I'll just play it back.
It's like, how's the fit?
In the theory that it's only you that exists just to observe the universe. And by that I'm meaning, I'm talking to you, listener, you have to wake up. You're in a coma. Moving on from that.
Oh, man. You're going to freak someone out.
I know, yeah. I wasn't going to comment on it, just you have to wake up and then just go on to the next bit.
Yeah. Just play it and then just like, no, we never said that.
Yeah.
And then go for the entire like mandala effect.
Mandala effects.
Re-upload the episode without that and then they just freak
Yeah,
out.
oh, that would be horrible. That was such a cruel
Oh.
joke. I can't. I'm just for listeners. I'm just
hoping you'd do
tapping my
something like
face.
that.
I don't know.
I was hoping you'd do something.
Yeah,
like
no
that.
worries, man.
Thank
I
you.
got you back.
Are you one of those people, Harrison?
I'm one of the. I've never been experimented on without prior knowledge, as far as I'm aware.
No, I meant, are you one of those people who thinks that an alien is a future
Oh,
human?
right.
Not have you been probed?
Once or twice, but that's besides the point.
No, I,
I don't know if I think they're future humans. I don't know where I stand on the whole alien debate. I can't say that I don't think they exist. I just don't know if they've been here.
I'm not saying like aliens are coming down here and fucking my wife or whatever. But I'm
That was
saying
oddly
like,
specific,
they-
Jordan.
yeah, I don't have a wife.
Not in this
so
universe, you
they're
don't. Not if you
definitely
keep acting like that.
No. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, somewhere out there has to be. Like, I'm not saying that anything weird is going on. I'm not a conspiracy theorist about it. I'm just saying, like, mathematically, there has to be aliens out there.
Yeah.
And chances are there'll be an exact replica of me and Hazz somewhere.
Except we'll be on the other side of the screens.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
weird, man.
weird.
Yeah, I think I agree completely with that. I know people have seen weird shit, and I know all this stuff like UFOs that they're calling them now. They think might be off Earth.
UAPs.
UAPs, yeah, unidentified aerial phenomena.
I think you have unidentified age pensioners.
Yeah, well, those two, they're kind of creepy. They mess me up.
At what
Yeah.
do you reckon we're just gonna get to a point where there's like let's just become an orgy planet and just get it over with?
An
You know
orgy
what I mean?
Well, maybe.
It's, that's not what I'm hoping happens, but I wonder if it will happen
It
somewhere
may.
down the line.
And the thing is, in infinite possibilities, it will happen.
Jordan will get his orgy planet.
He'll get it one day. We'll get there, guys. I have. I've got to talk about a guy called James Gates, he's a professor and the director of the Center for String and Particle Theory, and he has made a pretty insane discovery, Jordan, which I think you particularly will find interesting with your love of computers.
Oh,
This man.
if you want to eat shit all day, you eat shit
Yeah.
all day. Just stay away from me. I don't really care, I guess, whether we're in a simulation or not.
Okay.
If someone had an envelope in front of me and said, this gives us the answer to whether there's a God, whether it's just random happenstance, or whether it's a simulation, I'd probably leave it.
Really? You wouldn't even open it?
I don't think so, because nothing good will come of it. The ignorance of it is that I'm kind of happy in my life. Like I'm okay with who I am and what's going on in terms of not certain things, but
Hey, like you said last week, you've got a library now. Jordan's learning to read. He's doing all right.
I am. I can read. You can tell how much more intelligent I
Yeah, I
sound.
know.
No, I don't think it'd make a difference.
No.
I don't think any of that knowledge would help or hinder humanity.
No, and the way you've just like mentioned it there is a quantum entanglement in itself. You've just described Schrodinger's envelope, like Schrodinger's cat in the box. So really, we're in a simulation and not in a simulation because we'll never really know. And in our lives, like my ending thought for the end of this episode is, in the lives that we live, everything we touch, everything we experience are all computed by our brains anyway, and they're rendered in a way for us to understand as an approximation of the things that are around us. Whether it's seeing colours, whether it's tasting amazing food or hearing music that captures us, it's what our mind perceives. And whether our universe is real or not, everything is simulated to us.
Everything is real to us.
Mm-hmm. And we've got some new things that we're hopefully going to get running. Now we're back. Jordan's back in the realm, in the simulation. He now exists now that I see him.
I didn't exist before. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
Or not. Who knows?
He was behind me. He wasn't being rendered properly. He was T-posing, floating around. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos.
Yeah. If you want to get in touch with us as well, feel free. We love hearing from you all.
We do. I might set up one of those little Google phone lines so people can leave us voice messages.
Yeah, sure.
And
As long as it's not all abuse. I can deal with a little bit of abuse, but not all of it.
Little abuse, little bits of abuse. Yeah. What if we get some like binary code coming in and we're like, oh God, like
don't run it.
Don't run it. Don't run it. It might infect the computer.
Exactly. It might. Yeah, if we get sent some blood or plasma, like just don't run it. Don't connect it to a computer with this really specific stuff.
It's just sticking to my USB port. It's upside down. It's upside down.
I plugged the blood in the wrong way twice.